Hello and good evening. My name is John, and I'm joined by...
GG.
And we're here playing... Can you guess what this is yet?
I can't see the window. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh. Is this a like is this like a vampire game?
Vampire the Masquerade Swansong!
Ah!
As part of my Steam cleaning series, with every game in my Steam library, eventually then arbitrarily rate and or review them as we to playtime. I don't quite know this game is, but the game's out at random. I will not be playing at that resolution. I will be playing at 4K, which won't at all be rendered on the output.
Oh,
but it matters to me. Because you're watching at 720p and it's recording at 1080, so it's gonna look like garbage.
It is gonna look, yep.
This is part of my
and
Steam
I'm
cleaning.
seeing like a cutout, so like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read the text.
No. It's part of my Steam cleaning series, where every game in my Steam library, eventually I'm arbitrarily rate and or review them as we to playtime. Don't quite know what the game is, but the game's out at random. This is released in May of 2023 by Big Bad Wolf and Nacon.
Okay.
The Boston court is in turmoil. A code red alert has been issued. They mean major crisis, and Emma, Lesha, and Caleb are summoned by the prince.
No. Don't use that accent.
I can't do
the Boston court is in turmoil.
Turmoil.
The code red alert has been issued, which means, oh, here we go.
Vampires walk among us, some even dance. Unknowingly, we built their cities, fought their wars, and sated their hunger, capital H for some reason. For centuries, these creatures have been organizing into rival sects, the largest of which is the Camarilla.
The Camarilla.
The Camarilla. Its domains, Camarilla Court enforces the Masquerade, a global conspiracy. Do you think anyone who's playing this game has not heard of Vampire the Masquerade? Breaking the Masquerade is punished by final death.
Here's the thing, though, like,
you have to do it.
People are always coming on board.
Yeah.
Because vampires are like a constant thing, and so like if you're just if you're like a 13-year-old in Boston, vampire factions have long been at each other's throats.
All right, blood
after
sorcerers,
much conflict.
The Hartford Chantry. Oh man, we are throwing proper nouns everywhere.
Yeah. Like Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, this alliance will not only provide stability to the domain, but will hand the prince the blood trade. The trafficking of blood and mortal victims that serve the needs of the vampire elite. Tonight, the undead will celebrate.
All right, how do you feel about these like long ass like? Here's a bunch of proper names.
Oh, the publisher comes before the developer.
Oh.
Presents.
Ooh.
I'll just get this going. There, ready.
A Big Bad Wolf Studio Games.
Oh, they really think that this is a movie, don't?
I'm not opposed to that technically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Try this. Focus on your vision.
Better or worse? I'm an optometrist.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. A or B.
Whoa.
A or B.
That doesn't look good. What?
What?
Oh.
It's too late now.
We have precog?
I guess so. Murder.
Oh. That's a crunchy noise.
What? Okay.
Vampire the Masquerade Swansong.
All right. So, I mean, obviously, you know. Oh, God.
What? Go on.
No, I'm just thinking about this as like, yeah, again, you know, people are constantly. Oh,
there's someone that'll pop in there. Oh, I like her outfit.
Yeah. All right. People are always coming on board to vampires.
Yeah.
Like 13-year-olds are learning to be like big fans of vampires. So I mean, yeah, they might not know that Vampire the Masquerade is the TTRPG for people who like vampire.
We've got a problem.
Does she have vitiligo?
Yeah, must be.
Call them back.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a texture.
Ooh.
It's a known,
honestly,
it's a known thing. It's not the game's fault.
Yeah, but like, I'm just sort of surprised that, like, I mean,
It's a polish thing. It's really tough. Shaders take a long time to compile. Precaching is tough.
Like, if you're doing this kind of, like, it's
noticeable.
Like, it's noticeable. Like, I don't notice most of the time when textures pop in. But that was so obvious that I'm surprised that somebody was like, "Yep, ship it."
Well, you never know. Like, maybe the testers were running on cached hard drives, so like it didn't need that.
Yeah.
Like, this is like my computer just installed this, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the fidelity is really good when they have the right camera and all that stuff, you know? Like, I like her look.
Yeah.
You know full well I was in charge of it. If anything goes wrong, it's my head on the chopping block. Fuck. Damn it! It took Hazel months to convince the Hartford Chantry to ally themselves.
All right, so here's the thing, though. Like, having just played the previous game, like,
in Boston, damn it.
I mean, as clunky as those facial animations were.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay. What do we got here?
All right.
Well, let's finish your thought. How do you compare two games from each other? Different engines, different teams, different goals, different expenditures. You know, they cost different amount of money. Which one do you think costs more, Greedfall or this one?
I would say Greedfall probably costs more.
This one costs almost twice as much.
That's insane to me.
Well, but we don't know yet. We don't know what it, like, maybe they spent more, like, who knows what, like, I hate, like, I'm only bringing that up as a point. It's like, we don't know what games cost, and it's like, everyone sets their own value for it, you know?
Right, but I mean, if you're trying to go for this kind of cinematic, like, they were really trying to push this as, like, this is a cinematic experience as much as a gameplay. Like, the way they were doing that opening sequence is like, oh, okay, so we're gonna have, like, high fidelity, but, like, these facial animations are less compelling to me than the Greedfall ones. The Greedfall ones were clunky, but, like, they were at least emotive. And that woman, like, she's sitting there going, like, oh, fuck, this is all going, this is all going wrong. And it's like, there's nothing in her face that is conveying that stress.
Well, I agree with you, because, like, on the macro level, but on the micro level, I think there's more fidelity here, because, like, the eyes and, like, the overall body movement is less stiff. Greedfall is very stiff. And again, we're not really, it's not really fair to compare. Watch my other video. It's not really fair to, like, but, like, you got to pick your focuses, you know? And this is delivering a better micro thing, but as you're right, like, I think the macro was not delivered well. We've only seen one cutscene. Let's get through dialogue, skills. In a dialogue, some answers require you use your skills. Your skill level is compared to that of your opponent. The higher rating wins. You cannot use a skill of 0 willpower. If a skill consumes willpower, use the skill confused willpower. If your opponent wins, you'll gain a few willpower at the end of the dialogue.
All right, so it's like,
I can either go for 0 success, one thing at a time,
you can win. Right, you win one way or another, because it's kind of the kids on bikes thing of, like, if you fail a check, you get bonus towards the next check.
I was in charge of organizing the party.
But security is Jara's problem.
Yeah,
normally.
Except Jara is a member of the Primogen. I'm not.
I think it's that the eyebrows aren't moving.
I mean, the detail on her henna-style tattoo on the other character is really good. The hair's a little glossy. Camera work, I think, is a little better. We're just in the start. But again, we shouldn't be comparing it against Greedfall. Like, that's not...
We clean house.
Whoa, you saw that, right? The physics reset?
Yeah.
So that is, again, from a technical standpoint, that is a very common thing where, like, you are spawning and unspawning characters within a scene to maintain frame rate. So that character wasn't there when was a reverse shot, and then when you move back to showing that character on the shot reverse shot kind of stuff when you go in the shot, they had to respawn the character, and they did not give it enough time for the physics to settle because some of that stuff comes in and, like, it's very common. You spawn the character at this position and you slightly move them over to be
you don't want to render something that's not on screen.
Yeah, or it was on screen and they moved it to change the setting because they slid her out of the way to get a better camera shot, and then they slid her back and the hair dragged behind it. Like, these are all issues that every game deals with to different levels of success. Like, I'm not picking on a specific game, but, like, that's one of those things.
Yeah.
What's
but
a code red?
Again, it's like, I think that it's one of those things where to have that level, like we've seen.
Code red in Boston.
Ever since the fall of London, protocol is no longer a laughing matter.
Whatever. They've been harping on that for 4 years now.
Her hair is slipping through her neck. You see that?
Yeah. Oh God, that looks painful.
Risk mitigation. That's all.
But this is the sort of thing that I'm like, this is within the first 5 minutes of the game.
Watch out. We're
Well, I feel.
And
I mean,
and
every
you would
game
think
deals
that,
with
like,
clipping.
you want
Again, I'm
that-
not trying to compare it to like, but
Yeah.
can you afford to? Can you afford not to deliver the highest fidelities these days? Is really tough.
Yeah,
You know?
but here's the thing that we keep talking about is
What do you mean by
how long are you going to play a game for? How many people actually complete a game?
Yeah.
Right?
Anything that might
Like,
be
what is the
trending on
percentage
network
completion? Now, I'm
relationships.
going to say that probably for somebody, if you're playing a Vampire the Masquerade
What
game,
comes after phase
you're
2?
probably playing it all the way through.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, most
Like, because-
most people buy games they choose to. I get these games out of bundles, so I don't make a choice.
Right, right.
Well, I mean, I don't make an individual choice.
I like to complete games.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people where, like, if they're telling me a story, it's got to be, they've got to work really hard to push me out of that. Like, okay, now I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
I was upset that I had to bail out of Waylanders because the story was so compelling, but the
Yeah.
gameplay was so trash. My thing here is just like, you really, it's like that first chapter of a novel. You want that first chapter of the novel to really pop,
My little darling.
Mm-hmm.
You're here at last.
like you want the first chapter to like really grab you, and that's what I think about like the first 5 minutes of a game is like you want to make sure that like
You gotta run
all
it.
those cutscenes, yeah, you
You
gotta
gotta
run it,
run
and
that
you gotta
first
make
15 minutes
a
1,000
I won't
times,
dilly-dally
and then
about it.
10,000 times. You do not get a second chance. And like if we're picking up
Right.
stuff, regardless of any other game,
yeah.
you gotta go like, what are we doing? Why are we okay with this being a known shippable for like the hair clipping or the stuff
Right.
popping up? I would say that the texture work is really good. Like looking at her scarf, it's like the texture quality,
Yeah.
materials, the rendering materials are all really great. If we're talking about technical stuff. All right, new thing: disciplines. Your vampires have a supernatural ability,
Okay.
usually inherent from clan disciplines. Some disciplines can be used in dialogues as well as skills. At the higher value wins. Not all disciplines are available to all vampires. Some mortals may possess certain powers, although no defense against discipline. Using a discipline generates hunger. Hunger is a value that can be exceeded. Okay. Okay, so this we have to.
So what about persuasion?
We can't. We don't have the skill.
Okay, all
But
right.
we can spend
So-
3 hunger.
Okay.
Which okay, so it feels okay. So I got an issue with
So it
this.
says, yeah, it says that there's
It's
a
the bottom one's
0%
going up
success.
to show
Okay.
your hunger's filling up, and this one's the top one's going down if we were using this choice.
Yeah,
But we have no success. We have 0.
yeah.
I can't
It
even.
seems like
this
it's
is
a
also-
fail. Yeah.
I had to fail.
hmm
You know, back in the day, nobody could bat an eyelash without you knowing about it. You must know exactly what Jay is being blamed for, don't you?
My dear I adore you. Really, I do. But darling, please. You're way out of your league here. This alliance with the Hartford Chantry is crucial. The princess on edge. We can't get through to anyone over there.
I'll give them credit. They got
And what
3
does
women
this have
talking
to
in the
do with
start.
Jay?
Yeah.
She was in charge of the whole thing, for goodness sake. Listen, both of you.
Traits
From
gained.
now on, I don't want to hear another word out of either of you.
I'm gonna push a button.
The prince is furious.
Doesn't do it. Okay.
Journey,
That menu prop does nothing.
you're coming
Prompt.
with me.
I don't see why.
And as for you, Hazel wants to see you. Right now.
Oh, camera. All right, so this is our codex. This is what Boston. Traits. Traits are positive and negative influences. Hunger level, suspicion. Okay, so this is a quest? Oh, Emma has been counted others more powerful than her for now. Something to strengthen her mind for future challenging. Minus 10 experience, the next experience cost. Oh, interesting. I kind of like that. What do you think? Like a little narrative boost to like bring you into roleplay. Like
Yeah.
someone has pissed you off, so you get a cheaper talent buy. You know?
Yeah. No, I like stuff like that. And I think that's again like you're dealing with kind of that role playing background. Of,
Yeah.
And there is that whole, that's a big part of a lot of role playing games. Once you step outside of like the 5e environment, is that idea of like, you win with a consequence or you fail with a bonus.
Yeah, I think
know?
that's what they're trying to show, that you got something for failing. Like that is very important to games, is to let people fail gracefully.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna be a long night.
yeah, really good animation on the stairs. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
tech being deployed here. I don't know how much of it's custom or not, but like they
Right.
did spend some money on this project. Who knows how much, but like
Yeah.
it makes those errors, or should I say, it makes those misses, it makes those known chippables
Yeah.
stand out more.
Right. And I think that's kind of my thing, is like,
Yeah. Oh, they're having that kind of party.
yeah.
Oh, I like him. Oh, I want to know more about him.
Yeah, seriously.
Less about him.
Less about him. Well, he's got the sneer going.
Mem Lewis.
She smiles like a toreador.
Letters etched in bold right upon her teeth.
What about that bearded guy who's swallowing his bile?
Dejan Siaka.
A Tremere warlock, then?
Keep him at a healthy distance. With a sideward glance, he could make the blood in your veins.
Now, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yes, exactly.
It's usually this.
He needs to have a skull in the bookshelf behind him.
I'm a different character now.
Okay. She's talking too much.
Under ordinary circumstances, there would be more of us here.
Is it because of the code red?
Could be. We should have all been at that party. But a code
Now I had
red
the
is a
third
code
option,
red.
which was
No one can leave.
she's talking too much, but now I'm talking, so
I'd
do I
hate to
lose that
be
option? Do I get
Kai's
one?
right now.
Oh, I thought
Why?
you selected everybody.
Second
There should be
honcho
more people
of
here.
house security. This promises to be a busy
All right, so
night.
is this guy
I
like?
know what you mean. It's one thing. To
I was
live in
gonna say
total,
that's the
but another to live
Nosferatu
in
clan,
Rage
because
Well.
they're the
It's another thing
Uggos.
to see it for yourself.
It's by no fault of their own.
Do you think you'll be able to ask the prince tonight?
Oh,
if you
she's
can embrace me.
No.
What?
Now is no longer the time.
Aw, she wants to be a
I want to be
vampire.
a vampire.
And he is your child?
Mr. Beryl Underwood.
Oh, so we only did get one choice. I
Okay.
like that. You know, we had one choice how to move forward. So what do we want to
Yeah. He's one of the members of the Primogen.
Tread lightly. He's a member of the Primogen.
They're the check to the prince's power.
The check and balance.
Oh, is she our
They met
audience
Hazel
surrogate to
when
ask
she rose to
questions?
power after
Yeah.
Clinton King. They'd hoped to control her.
What? Things didn't go as planned?
I just have a feeling she will surprise them. Never forget that the court is a chessboard. We are monsters, and we sacrifice pawns.
Like you.
If you want to be
Yeah, I was gonna say.
familiar,
So
behave
speaking of which,
But
nothing can happen to you here. We're in the prince's house. She must be finished by now. Wait for me. This won't take long.
It's out of the question, MM. I won't let her get away with this.
All right, calm down, Dejan.
Where's Journey?
What's it to you?
Is her name really
Start with
Dijon?
me. She was in charge of the party. She has to take responsibility for this.
Leave her out of it.
It's too late for that. Don't waste your time covering for her. She's not
I
a kid
wonder if they
anymore.
got. I
Haven't
wonder
heard
who
from
some of
my
the voice
child,
actors
and
are,
no one
because
can
I know
Yeah.
that
through to them over there.
one of the
Go
one of
on, go and say
B-Dave
something,
Walters,
stop
who was one of the
wasting
big
your
D&D
There are rules. Need I
live
remind you?
live streamers.
Yeah.
We're all
He's
stuck.
really into Vampire
such
the
a good
Masquerade, and he does
You'll never
voice work.
change.
Dejan.
And I'm curious
What?
if he's got a.
Oh, come on, Hilda. She needs to grow up.
leave us.
There seems like some interesting hitching. I'm seeing some stuttering on some of the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, so far I'd say like I give them props for like different representation, different body types, different
Yeah.
shapes, you know,
I
different
don't need
colors.
your help.
Mem, please.
Stop calling me that.
I was worried about you.
You still haven't moved on, have you? You're always getting in my way.
Lower your voice. People are staring.
Oh.
Okay. So we can do a
Focus
focus.
allows you to temporarily increase the skill by 1 or 2 levels. The more you focus, the more willpower consume. Alright.
All right.
Right? Oh, okay.
All right, so now we have a 30% chance.
I see.
Do we care?
Well, I'll spend 5 to guarantee success.
Yeah.
Oh, but she focused.
Yeah.
I wonder what
Uh-huh.
could also use focus. Okay, I don't know if I like that extra back and forth.
Red is all about.
Yeah.
You're in the Primogen. You must know something.
I'm in the same boat as the rest of you. Apparently, it was from one of Moore's retainers. That's all I know.
Who's that?
Jason Moore. Don't you remember him?
From the Jason Moore
He's
series?
the human who manages our interests.
You know what she sounds like?
What?
He
She sounds like Cheryl from Archer.
Oh, yeah.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't know.
You're not my
It now seems
super
that
friend.
Miss Hazel Iverson, the mighty Prince of Boston, is no longer on speaking terms with the Primogen, as if now were the ideal time.
She asked to see me. Do you know why?
My best guess is that she'd like to talk to you about Journey, of course. I always warned you that girl was trouble.
Yeah, sure. I've gotta go. Hazel
Whoop,
must
bye.
be upstairs. I better hurry.
Who are
What about
you?
Jara? I haven't seen her.
I really do like when you can overhear other people's conversations. You know, I think that the
No.
Oh, he backed off.
I don't know about like how well this would work as like an in media res. Okay, yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you. Like, this is the sort of thing where they haven't really dumped you into a situation where you feel the urgency. Like, it's everybody's just kind of talking and...
Well, I like that it took place, you're jumping perspectives too. Like, that's always good in stories, I think.
Yeah.
Ma'am, we haven't seen you here in ages now, have we?
Let's holster our weapons. I'm only here because of that goddamn code red.
Blunt and to the point, as usual. With a bit of luck, your suffering will be over soon. How's business these days?
Why? You want to invest?
Don't tempt me.
I can't go high enough on that one, yeah. So I have to just go...
Yeah.
I'm shocked to think you put so much as a penny into one of my clubs. They don't bring in enough for your taste, Beryl.
You're right. I'm not interested in them. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be alone. I'm waiting for Caleb.
I want to find the Nosferatu to talk to.
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. You can't come through here.
I mean,
Answer
we have one
Princess
option.
Summons. Is it the elevator? Where?
Yeah, we have one place that we can go. I don't think it's the elevator. I think it's the... Oh, no, I guess it is the elevator.
You came down the other way, yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some weird...
Yeah. The physics on her dress are just...
These are all things to be compensated for, and they're... This is no shame to any individual developer. Like, these are standard things, you know?
Yeah, this is just... It's... Like...
Clothing's really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to get the, like...
Again, it's one of those things where, like, the level of production they're trying for just makes it that much more...
Yeah.
And it stands out that much more when you see, like, the hair or the clothing, you know, or something pop in.
So we're almost a half hour in.
I mean, the physics in this game are so bad.
Yeah, look at the stuff
wheelchair
just floating. No, we're almost a half hour in. Like, I kind of need them to, like, again, we were talking about Darude a moment ago, but, like, I need the drop. Like, you got to hit me with something hard that goes, now I want to, you know, like, the characters are interesting enough, and multiple perspective is good. Like, there are things this game is doing right. I just haven't cared yet, and, like, I think we'll get there when I eventually get to the code red, but it's asking a while. We're 25 minutes in. Like,
yeah. I mean, we're taking our time on this, but it's not... Greedfall, right off the bat, it's like, You have to leave on the boat. There's a plague destroying, everybody you know. Your cousin is missing.
Unstable
Oh.
seer. Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the woman who.
Is everything okay, Mom?
Oh.
Penny for your thought?
Nothing, Pumpkin. What were you saying?
Again, I really do. Whoa, she jumped there.
You're not going back
I really do like the variety in character art. Like every model
Yeah.
seems very different.
Yeah.
Again, maybe that's where they spent more.
I don't like
Yeah.
it when Richard takes you away.
He's my psychiatrist. He's helping me so I can be with you.
Mom has a little trouble sometimes. Remember?
I see things that haven't happened yet. And I forget others.
Yes, I know. And you have to slumber so you can rest all alone sometimes.
They did not get a child to do
3
these
years
lines.
was too
No.
long.
It seemed like an eternity without you.
I missed you too, Mom.
I need my sweet little monster.
Wait, what?
Mom, what's going on?
just
Why is
just
everybody
child
so
voices that
upset?
are.
I think something serious is happening. I'm worried. I still haven't seen Richard. I looked for him so he could explain, but he can't be found.
So what do we do now?
I was told to wait here because Hazel wants to see us.
There are grown-ups coming.
So I gotta ask you a question.
But yeah.
Oh, then I'll
Now,
go
obviously,
now,
there's a time and
because
place.
grown-ups talk to me too
But like, I am always excited to find a place to sit down or lean or something. And like most games,
Yeah.
people never lean or sit down. And I know it's
Yeah.
expensive to do that, but like I'm just like, man, if you're just talking to your kid or whatever's representing your kid, like I would be
Yeah.
sitting on the stair. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I would, if I could find an excuse to sit down.
Mm-hmm. Ah, this looks like fun. A bench.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Hey, MM.
Our three
You
protagonists.
get out.
Just tonight. Hazel wanted to see me.
That means she's extremely worried about the situation.
That or she's a major drama queen.
Oh.
Let's see. She should show the prince more respect.
I know that you knew her before, but she's the leader of Boston now. You owe
She's
her
the king of
respect
Boston.
from everyone, and in every circumstance. She is your prince.
Are you lecturing me? First Siaka, now you. Why won't anybody give me a break tonight?
Because you're acting like a child.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you behaved in a manner more appropriate to the circumstances and our setting, then you'd better understand why everyone is so nervous.
Oh, okay.
He's got no business lecturing me. Let's just.
Stop it right there.
No, I like.
Don't take
I-
that tone with me.
I'm not
Choose
sure
what lessons to take.
long term, but in the short term, I kind of like playing both sides of a conversation. It's so
Yeah.
rare.
We can get,
Yeah.
even from the most unusual.
Yeah, get him to fight.
But like this is you rarely do this in the game. Like having multiple protagonists, especially ones that talk back and
Yeah.
forth line to line, is super rare. And
Yeah.
it may not work, and that's why people don't do it. But it's nice to see someone taking a swing at like, what if the player just did everyone and made it a big mess themselves?
Yeah. Yeah, MM can believe what she wants. I don't care.
And yet, many of the things I saw ended up happening. Quentin
Oh,
King's
she's too nice.
disappearance, Hazel's rise to power, your breakup with Hilda too. But you're probably right. It's just Hazel and her flair for the dramatic.
Only time will tell.
Good evening, ladies, sir.
Just servant.
The
I like
prince shall
that.
see you
Yeah.
now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is relative star. Investigator Jekyll trades veteran free. Oh wow, character sheet.
Yeah.
Attributes. Okay, knowledge.
So she's got good deduction, and that's about it. Like everything else is just. I don't know what it means to have one dot in something because like in Blades, if you have one dot in something, you're already like really, really good at it. You know?
In Vampire and when World of the Apocalypse, no, World of Darkness.
World of
Power of
Darkness,
the
yeah.
Apocalypse is one.
Yeah.
2 is considered human average. So like,
okay.
2 strength, I think, is like you could. I can't remember. I think it's either 1 strength is 80 pounds or 2 strength is like is 80 pounds. But that's like 80, 120, and like it starts going up from there. Or like,
yeah,
you know, and it gets into some weirdly weird stuff. Like obviously these are old games where it's like, oh, with 1 dot in intelligence, you have an IQ of 90, or you know, and it's like that's 100, that's 110, then it's 120. It's like, well, that's not really how any of this stuff works. We know that, but you know, it's 2 is human average, 3 is human Olympic, 4 is superhuman, 5 is, you know, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never played a Vampire the Masquerade game, but like the tabletop. But I kind of wonder, like, if I were to play this, would I be in a good position? Like, would I actually understand the mechanic and be able to just like jump right into a Vampire the Masquerade game without having that like awkward?
I think
like,
so.
I
Like this is an abstraction of it for it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking like, what's my opinion on this game? And it's like a little early to tell in any situation. I do think the character models are really well done.
Come in, MM.
Yeah, all of the characters are really distinct.
Yeah. You are not going to find 2 people in the same bar wearing the same
right.
outfit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you're here. It's been a long time since we last saw each other.
But there's definitely, like you said, stiffness around some of the conversation and stuff like that. Like
everybody else,
eyebrows don't move. Like it looks like everybody looks like they just got a fresh Botox.
that's classic. I would say that like I am not as into the lore of Vampire as much.
Yeah.
If this was a werewolf game, I tend to like those better because I like werewolf more than Vampire. It is really tough when it comes to like, would I recommend this? Would I play more of this? Like, I'm probably like, I like some of the stuff they're doing from a technical standpoint, like, or the game design standpoint. They have multiple protagonists, even ones that you control both sides of the conversation. But at the moment, I'm like,
we have more urgent matters.
I think
it doesn't hook me out in the story because I'm like, who cares about vampire problems?
Well, it's like, it's not just that it's vampire problems, but like, we literally don't know what. And again, if we were more into Vampire the Masquerade, probably we would know like, oh shit, there's a code red. Like, it's gonna that's all you need.
Yes, my prince.
You know. Like, Code Red, if you know what Vampire the Masquerade is, could be the same thing as, like, oh, there's a plague killing everybody.
Or it could be a Mountain Dew.
You know, yeah, or it could, exactly, it could be Mountain Dew. But, like, you know, this is the sort of thing where it's not really... Is this game trying to onboard people into Vampire the Masquerade, or is this for the chosen? Like, is this for the true believers?
Well, the factor of it is,
would be this is for the true believers.
And also the point is like, well, what actually matters to the player? Because there is a lot of stats and talents and traits for a character, right?
Yep.
And you have to wonder, like, is this the point? Or is the point, this is all cutscenes? I can't. So I have, like, I also wonder, like, can I come back through, like, okay. Here's the one thing I want to do with this game. I want to get a character editor, max out on all their stats, and come back and see if I could do the stuff that they don't let you do. And see if it actually would let you. Like, is there a way to come back around on New Game Plus and be like,
are they actually hard coded?
Yeah.
Or can you actually like break? Because that was actually a thing that people would do.
Yeah.
In Dragon Age 2. Because like it's basically like, if you're a Mage Hawk, you have Carver as your brother.
Okay.
And there is no way to make that guy happy. Carver is just like, he hates you. He will, like, anything you do, he will sulk about it. And so people were like, they would break the game just so they could have a good relationship with their brother.
She'll feel humiliated.
All right.
I'm her prince.
There's no skip button. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious where this goes, because right now it's just talk.
It's like a visual novel with a lot of stats. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like, is there fighting in this game? Like, I would assume so. If it's a Code Red, that to me indicates shit's gonna go down.
Let's look at the attributes here.
Yeah.
Physical.
Yeah.
The skills under physical are rhetoric, intimidation. Like, there's no punch. There's a fist for intimidation, but
Yeah.
there's no actual like punch.
Right. So yeah, you're literally just walking around
Yeah.
talking to people, and I don't mind that for a game.
Yeah.
But I think it is interesting that like
there is an inventory though. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be really curious to see where this would go. Like once you get out of this high rise,
Yeah.
Can you get out of this high rise? Like, what is the?
I mean,
like,
I would be intrigued if the entire game takes place in this one building. You know?
Yeah, yeah. And this one building has 3 Duncans in it because it's in Boston.
Sure,
So-
sure. Yeah. All right. This has been Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. I like the ambition. I don't think I would play more of it, but like, I want more games like this. Like that's a kind of like a half answer, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
This game would have like I think it's a little too much of a slow burn at the beginning
Okay.
for somebody who is not already
Yeah.
like all in on Vampire the Masquerade. I don't think that this is going to recruit anybody to the cause of play Vampire the Masquerade. I think this is for people who already care about the setting, care about like understand what it means to be X, Y, and Z, which makes some of the other things like when the guy was talking to his like, pick me girl, that makes it even more kind of jarring that it's like, it seems like they kind of want to onboard people because they're sitting there talking about like, this person was in the Primogen and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
it's in my codex somewhere.
Yeah, it's in my codex, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. I say no.
Could you imagine? This is a trap question for you. Could you imagine starting up a game and then reading everything in the codex?
Yeah, that's rough.
Like,
That
I
is
better
very
learn
rough.
about the cat teeth, and it's
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
Or
And
the
then 4 books
Gongrel.
later, chapter the 1st.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.